what we're doing today is we're going to be putting on Geist massage therapy. When you're doing a door lettering, you always kind of want to get your two pieces of tape up, kind of put it where you want to see it. As you can see, the decal is kind of rolled up from being in a box, so you kind of want to get it pulled out as tight as you can. I want to center it onto the door. What I always do is just kind of tack it up, put my hand, kind of push everything down so it's flush. First thing you always want to do is you want to find the center first. Easy way to do the center is you can either fold this in half, find the center of the door and line it up, or you can actually take a measurement from each side to get the center and make sure it's centered, because each side should be the same measurement. On this technique, because it is rolled up, I would probably fold it in half. That way I know for sure I get the center. Easy way to do the center is you just line up your two edges on top or on the bottom, whichever you prefer, and then just take it and fold it. So what I usually do is kind of put it to where I want it first, as close as I think it looks centered. You just take your tape measure, go from either side, it should be the same. And then, so the measurement on this door is 35.5 inches. So it's 17.75 is the middle of the door. So as you can see, I kind of put a little marking in my middle. So right now I'm about 17.25, so I need to move over about a ½ inch, which with the taping method makes it real easy. Just kind of take your tape, pop it up, move it over what you think it is at first. That's pretty close to center. All right, so now we want to get the measurement for how far up. This is all about what you like. We actually have a picture, so I know kind of how high she wants this. You always kind of want it at eye level, or a little bit higher, because you don't want to way too far down, because when it's too far down, you know, the logo is just not getting seen at the right height. For me, I always like a nice clean measurement, so I'll do the 36 or closer to that. It's a lot easier when you're dealing with it, you know, a nice clean size as opposed to a decimal size. I still need to put that. What's almost one of those things is it may look straight to you, but until you put it on and then you get it all put on, you're like, oh, it looks straight. And you always want to make sure you have that exact measurement. What we would do is we would hinge it. With this being a solid piece, it's just a lot easier to hinge it. You could also hinge it down the middle. By hinging at the top, you keep your center, everything kind of stays great. When you hinge it down the side, you run the risk of being up or down a little high with a large graphic like this. So what you do is take your tape. Always make sure your tape's longer, so that way you don't have to put another piece to have a nice one piece. Just kind of put about a 1/4 inch to a ½ inch over it. Start from the middle, push in, and push out. Make sure it's nice and flush. This will help by having a little more up top. It'll help it from falling down on you. Now you're new is the hinge method, so you just lift it up. And right below it, you just kind of pick where you want to start, pull it a little bit, bring it down. And on this, you can kind of bring it down to wherever you feel comfortable. I probably brought it down a little bit more than most people will. Best thing first, just kind of take your squeegee, and then always do that top. Make sure your top's nice and tight. Always pushing your air outward. So now that I have it started, I can get going down, work in the middle, pushing the air out. So now that you got it all squeegeed on, come and take your tape off. I always like to take my hinge tape off before I start taking the decal off. The reason why this is you always want to come back, because that part was covered, and take your squeegee and just make sure it's got a nice good tack to it. Sometimes with the hinge tape it doesn't have as good of a tack. Just take your corner, go at a 45-degree angle. There you go, nice clean look. That way you can see it, you know, nice at eye level. You get a nice view from both from the side coming in.